It's Whitney. Welcome to a live video, which I do every Friday at 5 p.m. I am obviously not at home. I apologize if the internet is shaky. I've spent like the past 10 minutes trying to get on the right internet connection. I'm at a hotel at a conference. I'm at the Longevity Now conference in Anaheim, and you can see some of that happening behind me. I'm actually going to be a little less distracting, and hopefully the audio is okay. I'm going to project as much as I can, and if the audio isn't great, I can switch over to using the mic on my headphones, so just let me know if the audio isn't wonderful. Wow. Okay, so today's video is part of a series I have every day called the Spring Cleaning Challenge. If you don't know about it yet, if you haven't signed up, it is linked to down below. It is a free challenge that you can join. My videos all of a sudden got a little bit shaky, and the battery is not so great right now. I'm so sorry about, I trying not to apologize as much for challenges. Apologies can feel so redundant, but it's my tendency to want everything to just be the best it can be, and I guess that is a really good theme for this particular video because I'm doing the best that I can, and sometimes even when you do the best that you can, it doesn't go as planned. More inclusive term than guys. I've noticed in the past few months I use the word guys and to me guys includes women and men, but recently somebody encouraged me to stop using that term guys as much. So anyways, bear with me today over this shaky feed that we're doing. It's probably going to be on the shorter end. My goal is actually to use my computer and do my typical live streaming setup, but I forgot my webcam in the car, and that would have taken me like 30 minutes to get over there, so it's just been one of those days. Anyways, if you do not know about the spring cleaning challenge that I'm doing, today is day 6 of it, and each day this month I've been challenging myself and other people to tidy up their homes, and it has been an incredible journey. Really, it's been magical. I've been reading The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, where I actually finished the book. I'm now reading the companion book, Spark Joy, and I cannot rave about these books more. Life-Changing Magic is linked to down below, and it's using my affiliate link, by the way. I always like to disclose that, meaning if you purchase the book, I get a little credit for a little commission from Amazon for you buying it, an audiobook, Kindle book, physical book, whatever you want to do. Highly, highly, highly recommend that you sign up. If you are part of the Spring Cleaning Challenge, please let me know in a comment. I just love hearing from you. A lot of people tend to be kind of silent members of things like this, and that's completely fine. But if you're comfortable sharing with me how it's been so far, sharing with other people, the reason that it's so helpful to be vocal about your participation, your experience, is that it empowers other people. So if you're tuning into just one of my weekly Friday at 5 videos, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I was thinking of taking you around the conference because this Longevity Now conference is really, really wonderful. This conference is all about how to have longevity in your life. There are speakers here, there are all sorts of vendors. I think what I'm going to do is post about that on my Instagram instead. So if you want to see some of my favorite discoveries here, there's a really good new plant-based protein that I tried that I was blown away by. And there are some companies here that I've loved for a while. So that'll be on the Eco Vegan Gal Instagram account, and that's linked to down below. You can just check out the stories. I'll be posting about that over the weekend because this is a 3-day, actually like 3.5-day long conference. And it's really fun to be here. So tomorrow's video and Sunday's videos for the Spring Cleaning Challenge will also be here. Back for example, this perfect timing, the feed seems to be am getting all sorts of issues on the camera, and it's possible the battery might shut off. So if the camera abruptly shuts down, the stream shuts down, that's because the battery is not super strong and my cord's on the other side of the conference. So, and I see somebody wrote the word terrible. I don't know if that means that the quality of this is terrible. Like I said, I'm doing the best that I can right now, and I want it to be prompt, I want it to be on time. And if it's too loud in here, what I'll do is just be extra prepared tomorrow when I'm back here, and I'll find a quieter place to sit, and I'll bring my other camera, and we'll sort it all out. But if you can hear me okay, I do want to share this message of doing the best that you can despite the circumstances. When you have things working against you, try to do it anyways, right? You have that decision point. When things are working against you, you can decide to either not do it all or to do the best you can given the circumstances. And I'm one of those people that I have, in a lot of moments in my life, decided not to do things because I felt like I couldn't do them perfectly. I have faced a lot of moments where I thought, you know what, I'm not ready for this. I don't have all the information. I don't look good enough. My makeup or my hair or my clothing isn't right. And at this stage in my life, I'm embracing the imperfect parts of myself in my life. Because there's so many moments where we could choose not to do something because it didn't feel perfect, because we didn't feel ready. But I've recognized there are so many moments in my life that I lost out on simply because it didn't feel good enough. And 2018 for me is the year of clearing out the clutter. So for the spring cleaning challenge, literally clearing out the clutter. But this challenge is also pushing me on a lot of emotional levels. It's challenging me to do things even when they're not feeling perfect. The truth is, most of the time it doesn't feel perfect. Most of the time, I see the flaws. I see the flaws in myself, and I know I could do better. But all these years that I've stopped myself from doing something because it didn't feel perfect enough, to me that is more of a loss than doing something imperfectly. I feel like a lot of the times we self-judge ourselves so much, we hold ourselves back, and that in itself never gives us the opportunity to get closer to perfection. I've learned recently that in order to perfect something, I don't even really think that there is a way to truly be perfect, right? For someone like me, there's always another level to get to, and that's part of what keeps life interesting. But let's just say if you want to get to as close to perfect as possible, you have to do things imperfectly. You have to just do it, right? Like Nike's slogan, just do it. By doing it, you give yourself the opportunity to learn. So for example, I could not have gone live today. I could have made that decision. I could have said, all right, the Wi-Fi connection isn't great here, and I don't have my equipment, and it's loud in here, and my iPhone is not as good, and my makeup and hair isn't right. But I would have been doing myself a disservice because there's so much to learn in these opportunities. Like, I got to learn that I need to make sure that I have my webcam tomorrow, right? So I'm not gonna leave it in the car tomorrow when I'm back here. And I'm probably gonna find a quieter place, right? I'm gonna spend more time preparing for this. I would not have learned those lessons were it not for this imperfect video that I'm doing right now, right? And also, we do other people a disservice when we don't show up. So who knows what takeaways you may be having. You get to learn through my mistakes. You get to learn through my imperfections, right? And that's part of the reason that I feel conviction about doing things despite doing them perfectly. I had this experience last month. I held an event here actually in Anaheim just about a month ago. I held a vegan networking event. And overall, I got really good feedback about this event. But the event had a lot of flaws, right? The event was not a perfect event. And I did get some people criticizing me for this event, right? And it was really, really hard to receive feedback. I'm somebody that's so sensitive. So when somebody criticizes me, and not constructively, but they just flat out criticize me, it's hard. It's really, really hard for me, and I'm working on building up more armor, emotional armor around that. But I also don't know if I'll ever be completely immune to that. Some of the people I look up to still struggle with criticism. Impossible. Really into criticism, right? Sensitive person, maybe it'll always be there. So you have to do things anyways, knowing that people may fail, knowing that you through making the mistake, through having the challenges that I'm having right now with my phone, I just learned something new, right? I just learned that I can resume a live stream even when it crashes. So just a moment ago, the entire app crashed. I opened up the app, figure out if there was a way to resume the live stream. And now I just found out that there is. So I would not have known that there was a way to resume a live stream unless I had gone through this process. So that's part of the reason I love doing live video, is I get to make mistakes live in person, and I'm not correcting them, I'm not editing them out. I'm experimenting as I go along. And there are gonna be people that don't like that. There are people that want things to be perfect. But I'm somebody that knows that you can learn more about yourself when you screw up, when you mess up, when things aren't perfect. And I'm embracing that more and more. Simultaneously, by doing this spring cleaning challenge, which again is linked to down below, so if you haven't signed up or checked it out, check out the link down below. It's called the Use It or Lose It Spring Cleaning Challenge, and I'm going live every day from the month of April, sharing the things that I'm learning, sharing my process. So there's a ton of videos, every video that I've done so far, so you don't miss out on it. And the challenge has pushed me in so many amazing ways. For instance, going live every day, except for yesterday. I actually up yesterday. I completely forgot to go live because I was traveling to Anaheim, and I explained that in today's email. If you sign up for the challenge, I will receive it in the queue, and shared with you that process of what it was like to acknowledge a mistake and to learn from that mistake. And then also, biggest lesson for me is to not punish myself emotionally when I mess up. For most of my life, I have felt shame. I have punished myself in all sorts of ways for not doing things right. I was raised by my mother and other people in my life to feel a lot of shame when I didn't do things right. And I think the process of tidying up your home, doing the spring cleaning that I've been doing, has really brought up a lot of emotions. It's challenged me. I mean, this is called a challenge because I'm challenging you to do this every day and myself. But through doing a challenge, it really has been incredibly challenging. I have to face sides of myself that are uncomfortable. I'm going through things, literally and emotionally, that are really, really hard. You know, like cleaning up my clothing, tidying up my clothing was challenging. Tidying up my books was challenging. Tidying up my papers, tidying up my life, going through my computer, being accountable. I mean, there's so many things that I've been learning, and hopefully anybody who has joined the challenge has been learning as well. Do it anyways. Embrace the sides of life that are challenging. Push yourself to see how it's going to feel to get through on the other side of it. And through just 6 days of doing this challenge, I have seen enormous changes in my life. So I know that each of you could experience the same type of shifts if you decide to go through it. You know, somebody just commented, is this being recorded with a potato? No, this is being recorded with an iPhone 6 in a busy hotel, a noisy hotel. And as I said at the beginning, if you missed it, I'm doing the best I can. And maybe the best I can right now looks like I'm using a potato to record this, right? And so in instances like this, I'm pushing through, I'm learning the lessons, and just doing the best that I can and embracing what that feels like. Sometimes our best is not as good as other people's standards. And by the way, my battery is very low. So if I completely cut out, that's probably because my battery died. But I think what the last thing I would say, like to talk about on this subject, is that when I have done things for the first time and done my best at them, and they have not always been other people's standards. And I have spent so much time with my career with Eco Vegan Gal, on my career on YouTube, trying to meet other people's standards and realizing that other people's standards are not always my standard. Other people exercise because, right? Now, because I'm getting, so let's give it a me that I'll give a moment. It's not. All right, I think I'm back. So I'm gonna wrap this up because the battery's low, the internet's not so great. I appreciate each and every one of you. Debbie says the challenge has made her think about why she keeps half the stuff that she does. Chrissy, I'm so grateful. And you know what? There are trolls in our lives, and trolls can be very scary. And I want to let any of you know that phase bully trolls. If you find the strength within yourself, keep going despite criticisms. You keep going despite naysayers. To keep going despite whatever blocks you're facing. You will grow so much as a person. Know that you're not alone, because I think everybody at some point in their life faces criticism. We can either hide from it, we can face it, we can push through it. And this year for me is the year of pushing through it and really embracing who I am and what my personal standards are, and not worrying so much about other people's standards. I want to see who I am. I want to fully embrace myself, take a look at myself, and find all that strength and courage, that trust, and make the decision to I think other people's standards can be great benchmarks. They can help us reach our goals. We can be inspired by them. But as this ties into spring cleaning, it's really about tidying up our minds and our hearts. So I'll be resuming the actual tidying when I get back to my home. But while I've been traveling, the tidying I'm doing on myself right now is now, if you want to check out the Longevity Now conference, it's wonderful. I've come a few times, and this has been one of the best experiences that I've had here. And I'm so grateful. Blooming Flower in the Sky, I love your username. And Christy, thank you so much for being here. Everybody, I want to thank you so much. Because my phone had to cut out, I'm going to wrap this up, but thank you so much for all your amazing comments, for your support. For those of you joining the challenge or thinking about joining the challenge, the link is down below. There's an amazing Facebook group you can be part of. You get daily emails and videos from me. Liz is part of it too, and I'm really just so grateful. I'm grateful for it all. Even the naysayers, I'm learning to be grateful for them too. And I encourage each and every one of you to embrace it all. Love it all, be grateful for it all. We're alive, and life is just one up and down journey. It's all over the place. So thanks again for being part of my journey. I'm grateful to be part of your journey. I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Hope to see you in the challenge. It's completely free to sign up. You can sign up now. You'll get all the emails and all the videos, and you can be along this incredible journey that this is taking me on, and hopefully it'll take you on as well. Until tomorrow, all the best to you. Bye.